Hello channel, welcome back to my guys. So today we are going to learn about machine learning. We are from FB1 Group 4 and the name of our group is Kroni IT Malaya.
What is machine learning? Machine learning is an artificial intelligence technique that teaches computers to learn from experience. Machine learning algorithms use computational methods to learn information directly from data without relying on a predetermined equation as a model. The algorithms adaptively improve their performance as the number of samples available for learning increases.
So how does machine learning works? Similar to human brain, machine learning process requires an input such as data, instructions, or visual like graph to understand these entities and make a connections or even bridge between them. Then, the system that uses an artificial intelligence will look for a pattern in the data so that they can later make an inferences or maybe make decisions based on the example we provide to them. So basically, machine learning process is an independent learning process for artificial intelligence so that these systems can make their own decisions without the supervisions of humans.
The history and upbringing of machine learning started in 1943, when neural networking was still a new topic, but neuroscientist Warren McClure managed to publish a paper on a mathematical model that mimics the human thought process. Then, in 1950, British computer scientist Alan Turing created the Turing test. Alan Turing proposed that if a machine can convince a human that it is indeed a human as well, the machine is deemed as intelligent. The test works that a volunteer will text a few people, but one of the people is secretly a machine. After that, in 1959, Arthur Samuel, a leading researcher in computer gaming and AI, coined the term machine learning. Coining a term is creating or identifying a new term, which is usually done by researchers. And in this case, the term machine learning is coined by a researcher in computer gaming and AI. After that, the first implementation of machine learning was created in 1960. Raytheon Company implemented a machine using punch-tape memory to analyze solar signals and speech patterns. Raytheon Company was a company that works with the US defense military, and this helps with the high military demand in the early 1900s for security of the country and the world. This is also a stepping stone towards an advancement in machine learning and AI overall.
Types of techniques. Supervised learning trains a model and unknown input and output data. Then it can predict future outputs. Unsupervised learning finds hidden patterns or intrinsic structures in input data. Types of techniques. Supervised learning develop predictive model based on both input and output data. Learning builds a model that makes prediction based on evidence in presence of uncertainty. In supervised learning, it uses classification and regression techniques to develop machine learning models. Classification techniques predict discrete responses, and the model of classification model classify input data into categories. Regression techniques predict continuous responses, and this technique will be used when we are working with data or real numbers. Unsupervised learning. The group and interpret data for unsupervised learning are based only in input data. The most common technique will be used is clustering. This clustering technique discovers similarities and difference in data. Applications for cluster analysis include gene sequence analysis, market research, and object recognition. How to decide which machine learning technique to use? There is no best method or one size that's suitable for all. The only way is try and error. In addition, highly experienced data scientists also cannot tell us which algorithm will work if they not try it out. But there are some guidelines. The first one, When we want to train a model to make a prediction, we can choose supervised learning. Second, if we want to explore our data and want to train a model to find a good internal representation, we can choose unsupervised learning.
So here are a few examples of uses and real-life application of machine learning in our daily life. The first example is AI-operated cars. An example of AI-operated cars are Tesla. Tesla cars allow the users to just sit and enjoy the journey while the car drives itself to the journey. The way that this system works is that the car will have a camera implemented into them. Then the camera will record everything around them and make an analysis of the geographical structures between them. So when the information have been retrieved by the system will make decisions on how much speed, how much braking the car will need, so that they can make a safe journey for the passengers. The next example of the uses of machine learning in our daily life is for data security. Machine learning helps a system to detect security vulnerabilities. By looking at past experiences, machine learning systems can predict future high-risk activities. This will enable the system to prevent data breaching or even account hijacking. For example, if you try to insert a false password into an account, the more trial and error you make, the system will ask you to perform a security test or security checkup by sending an emails or make a calls to get the security code, and by inserting the security code into the account, you will then can continue to access your account. If you are unable to get the verification code, you will be unable to access the account, and the system will tell that the account are being hijacked. The third example of the usage of machine learning in our daily life is for customer services. Online chatbot or online chat robot uses machine learning to engage with the customer across websites and social media. This chatbot uses machine learning to understand the question that we ask to them, and they will try to answer it. The more we try to engage with these online chatbots, the more questions that they will be able to answer. This is because they will be facing a different type of questions, and they will have a different type of solutions towards them. Questions that are more commonly asked will be categorized as FAQ or FAQs, which stands for frequently asked questions, that the chatbots can give direct solution to it. So that's why you can see that several help support of an applications or social media, they will have facts for you to access, and then maybe you can find the solution towards your problem in just a few minutes or maybe a few seconds. The next application for the usage of machine learning in our daily life is by speech recognition. Artificial intelligence uses machine learning to translate human speech into a written format. Many of our mobile devices use speech recognition in the system to conduct tasks such as making a call or setting an alarm. A great example of speech recognition system is a virtual assistant that we commonly found on our devices such as Siri on Apple, Alexa and Cortana on Windows 10. So for your information, the more that we interact with this virtual assistant, the more intelligent that they will become. This is because the more that we interact with them, the more questions that they will hear from us. And if more questions that they hear from us, they will be able to predict the answers towards our questions, and in the future, they can be more relatable to us.
For gaming, we have Akinator. Akinator is a web browser game that guesses what characters the players are thinking of. The player has to answer questions asked by the Akinator, and the AI will filter out possibilities similar to how a dichotomous key works. The machine learning AI improves each time a player plays the game and can guess a wide range of characters.
So here are a few examples of machine learning algorithms. Neural network. What is neural network? Neural networks simulate the way the human brain works with a huge number of linked processing nodes. Neural networks are good at recognizing patterns and play an important role in applications including natural language translation, image recognition, speech recognition, and image creation. Next, linear regression. This algorithm is used to predict numerical values based on a linear relationship between different values. For example, the technique could be used to predict house prices based on historical data for the area. Third, logistic regression. This supervised learning algorithm makes predictions for categorical response variables, such as yes or no answers to questions. It can also be used for applications such as classifying spam and quality control on a production line. Next, we have clustering. By using unsupervised learning, clustering algorithms can identify patterns in data so that it can be grouped. Computers can help data scientists by identifying differences between data items that humans have overlooked. For example, if you look at the graph, the data are sparse and scattered for us humans. However, the machines or the computers can learn through it and group the data on 3 partitions. Furthermore, we have decision trees. Decision trees can be used for both predicting numerical values, regressions, and classifying data into categories. Decision trees use a branching sequence of linked decisions that can be represented with a tree diagram. One of the many advantages of decision trees is that they are easy to validate and audit. Next is random forest. In a random forest, the machine learning algorithm predicts a value or category by combining the results from a number of decision trees. So if you look at the diagram actually consisted of 4 different decision trees put together to form a random forest. So let's take a moment to appreciate this beautiful quote by Dave Waters. Machine learning will automate jobs that most people thought could only be done by people. That is all from us. Thank you.